Tak nazdar, Sebranko, jak se daří? Tady dobře, pořád dobře. Já vím, že začínám znít jako bumbác. V pořádku, já jsem pořád šťastný. Jo, já jedu na lyže a pak za milenkou kácet. A cestou tak ještě další tam pokácím. Jak můžeš takovému člověku věřit? Jo? Kdyby to opravdu dělal, jak to popisuje, tak by se s tím nechlubil. To lidi nedělají. Jo? A co se týče, nevím, prostě tomu člověku nevěřím a čím víc mluví, tím se jeví jako větší blbec. Jo? A jak říkal ten Gustav, že už ho zná z těch jiných for, jak tam otravoval, že ho tam odsaď vyhazujou, tak se teď zrovna jako pijavice uchytil na našem. Co s tím člověk nadělá, že jo? Důležité není, ale jenom zaplácá místo na fórum. No. A je taky zajímavý, že se kamarádí s Lopatou, protože Lopata je ten samý blbec. Nebo velmi podobný blbec. No. Blbec k blbci sedá, rovný rovného si hledá. To víte, ne? No, o Lopatovi ani nebudu mluvit. To je takový prolhaný hář, zlej člověk. A je na chlapi, no. To je bez debaty. Odtud asi ta zlost jeho pochází. Jinak jsem si posledně stěžoval, že tady se nic zajímavého neodehrává na tohle fóru. Začínají tam takový denní, pořád ty samý keci, jo. Úplně stejný. Lidi jsou líní přemýšlet. Lidi, pro Boha, teď už jsme staří lidé, už jsme něco zažili, tak těch příhod a všeho musí být úplný spousty. Zajímavý. Ale že někdo nic takového nepíše, jenom se hádají o nějakých kravinách, co sem přitáhne ten PJ, což je okopírování parlamentních listů. Víte, jaká nádhera by to byla, kdyby jsme tady měli dobré debatéry a zajímavé lidi, podobně jako je Andrea nebo Kujo, že jo? To by byla radost sem chodit debatovat o všechno možným, no. Jinak tady debatujeme o kravinách. Pak ještě o tom Lopatovi, jo. Jak je vulgární a sprostej na tu Andreu, to nezná meze. S takovýmhle člověkem bych nejednal ani 5 minut. A když jsem byl v Česku, asi bych mu dal hned přes držku pořádně. No, je to smutný, že jsem chodil taková, že co. A pak je tam Galveston, ten zase kecá všechno možný. Jo, všechno možný překrucuje a jeho bujná fantazie. Už začal tím, že předpovídal, kdo se stane prezidentem. S tím nás otravoval půl roku. A samozřejmě se mýlil, to jsme věděli už napřed. No a pořád tady má takové řeči, které vůbec jsou nepravdivé. On tomu asi věří. Čili lidi, snažte se najít nějaký zajímavější lidi. Jo? Já se taky o to pokusím, protože chodím sem už léta a chtěl bych tady mít. Líbilo by se mi, kdyby tady byla nějaká solidní úroveň. A nejenom pár z prostých kanálů od ženistů nebo tak nějak a pár dalších pitomců jako šmalináři a tak dále. No. Čili zřejmě jsem nespokojený. No, tak aby se to vylepšilo, aby to bylo trochu zajímavější, tak vám povím jednu kratší příhodu. No. Od starého Aljašky. Tak si poslechněte. No. Já to řeknu v angličtině, protože to už se mi mluví lepší nějak. češtině musím moc přemýšlet. Well, once upon a time, it was October, and we had the first snow up in Alaska. It was a perfect hunting weather. Perfect. You had the tracks on the ground. You could tell how many animals, how much moose and deer been walking around. So perfect hunting weather. So I told my dear friend, I told her, hey, drop me off by the cabin. We had a friend that we used to use his cabin all the time. It was in the middle of nowhere. I said, drop me off for 3 days, leave me alone. I'll keep 2 rifles and I'll shoot me a moose. That would be my very first moose ever. This was like 1975, maybe. So she takes me over to the cabin. I get all settled. There was about ½ inch of snow on the ground, and you could see the moose tracks all over the place. All over the place. I thought, oh man. So she leaves. The next 3 days, I am wandering up and down that country, all the way down to the river, around the cabin, and I haven't seen a single frigging moose. Well, that was pretty disappointing, pretty disappointing. And so what am I gonna do? So the next day is coming up, and she's gonna pick me up at 6 in the evening or 5 maybe, and take me home. And I got no moose. So the night I go to sleep, and it's, I would say, about 4 o'clock in the morning. The fire in the stove was dying out, and it was getting pretty cold. And all of a sudden, I hear a rustle outside, a noise. Kind of a noise that a large animal would do. So I grabbed the rifle. I ran out on the patio, on a little, it was like a patio in front of a cabin. Barefoot, got no shoes on. And I look down the road, and down I can see, it was a little foggy, I can see a silhouette of 2 moose. That was like a gift from heaven. 2 moose at a cabin. So I put on the shoes real fast, run down the road, not too close, in my long johns, and take a rifle. I aim at the moose on the right, and boom! And the moose falls on his front knees and makes this god-awful noise. So I gotta unplug here. Hang on. So then it raises up and walks over, and there was this long clearing. And again, it falls down on the front knees and just howls. Just a god-awful noise. So I ran up to it a little closer, aim one more time, kaboom, and the moose is dead. So now, 5 o'clock in the morning, and the fun is beginning. Now, right away, I look at the moose, I realize I didn't shot the male, I shot the female, which was against the law. And if they ever caught you shooting the female, they would take away the rifle, they would take away a car, possibly even the cabin, even though it wasn't mine. Everything that was connected with the hunt of an illegal female moose, there was a very high penalty. So I panicked. I thought, my gosh, the shot and everything. Somebody from Fish and Game probably heard it, and they're coming over here to see what it was. So what do I have to do? First, I wanted to get the moose somewhere where you cannot just easily see it, right? So it was a small female. So one by one, I'm pulling it into the deep grass, but son of a bitch was heavy. Anyway, I managed to do that, and can't see it from the main road. And all of a sudden I look, and right behind me is the male moose. And he's looking at me like from behind the bush. And I thought, oh my goodness, he pissed off. I killed his mate. He's going to attack me. So, as you can tell, it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So, run into the cabin, get me three, there were steak knives. They were sharp. But to be honest, telling this story, I never skinned a bigger animal than a rabbit when I was little. My father taught me how to skin a rabbit, That was it. So I grabbed the steak knife and ran over to the moose, and I gotta get to work. So I have to watch for the moose. So I take a steak knife and I cut her stomach. All the guts come out, stink like in hell. And got an axe, cut off the legs, and I start skinning it. Blood all over the place, all over me. I was such a greenhorn when it comes to hunting, you wouldn't believe. It was like, let's see, 70, was it 74? Maybe about 6 years after I came to Alaska as a soldier. So I was relatively new in that area. Anyway, I'm, cutting everything, peeling the skin back, cut off the head. Luckily, I had a good axe. And still, I was panicking. Somebody heard me, so I'm trying to rush. And I look up in the sky, and there's like 10 ravens circling over me. I go, for crying out loud, they can tell there's something died over here, and you can tell it from miles away. So I have to say, it was a panic time. But to make it a story short, and I was afraid somebody's going to find out I shot a cow out of season. So I go back to the cabin. I get 2 sheets. There were about 4 sheets. They were large bed sheets, and took it over to the animal. I cut it up and I tied the meat nicely into these 4 big bags. And I went and hid it on the other side of a road right in front of a cabin. So, and that was like from 5 in the morning till about 2 in the afternoon. So, then as I finished the whole job, I'm back in the cabin having a coffee, it's cold. I tell myself, hey man, what day is it anyway today? So I pull out my papers out of the wallet, and I can tell that the hunting season expired day before at midnight. So I didn't have a valid hunting license. I shot a female. And anyway, my ass was grass, so to speak. And anyway, my friend, she came to get me at 5 like she promised. We throw all the meat in the back of a car. You couldn't tell anything from the road that the animal was killed there. And years later, I would stop by and see what's the skin doing. And eventually, you know, other animals just all ate it up. There's nothing left but the bones, leg bones. So that was my first hunt up in Alaska. Later, I became a pretty experienced hunter and I didn't make such a silly mistakes. But this was more or less a funny story. So, my friends, doufám, že se vám to líbilo. Takovýhle příhod mám stovky a můžu vám to ještě někdy namluvit. Tak se mějte dobře, nehádejte se, prosím vás. Nenadávejte si. Přestaňte být vulgárové. Teď tohle čtou lidi z celého světa, tak se můžete za to stydět do prdele, chlapi. Jo, ženský jsou lepší, naše ženský jsou, máme tam dost dobrý ženský. Ivanka Schneider z Mělníka, ovšem Andrea Matahari je taky dobrá. Čili ženský jsou dobrý, ale máme tam posraný chlapy. Pár posraných chlapů. Škoda, ale už jsem o tom mluvil. You take care, dudes. And dudesses. Take care. Pozdravuje vás Aljaška.